Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph from Green Grow Love, and today in this video I'm on a mission to prove that you don't have to spend a fortune on amazing garden resources. I'm heading down to my local op shop to find some amazing garden books. Let's go see some hidden gems that we can both find together. Stay tuned to the end of the video because I'll be sharing some tips that we discover that will help us both garden on a budget. So I guess we go to the op shop now. If you love gardening tips, sustainability, and saving money, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's go see what treasures we can find. I can't do this in public. Alright, I am here at the op shop and I am now on the lookout for some gardening books. I'm here at the op shop and I'm on the lookout for some gardening books. Let's see what we can find. You'd be surprised at the gems you can discover here, whether it's plant care, landscape design, or even garden DIY. The possibilities are endless. And the best part, everything here is super affordable, so you can build your gardening library without breaking the bank. I'm all finished up, but that was a very successful trip. I got that stool for $5, so super bargain. I had to put my hair up because it was so chaotic in there. After the Christmas season, they just reopened, and I have 3 books. I can't believe that last book. I was not expecting to see it, and I already have a few books of theirs, so I can't wait to go home and show you all of them. It's amazing how much knowledge is out there in these secondhand books, and I bet most people don't realise how many great gardening gems can be found at thrift shops. It's not always about buying new books, there are plenty of ways to learn and grow on a budget. Got some books and a puzzle. I'm back from the op shop. It is a few days later and let me jump into these books. I had a chance to look through all of the books. I've found quite a few tips actually. Some books are a little bit better than the others, but we will jump right into each of the books and I will show you something small in each of the books. Over the last few days, I've actually been taking notes from the books, so let me just get them up and I will get my first book. Gardening Dictionary was the first book that I started reviewing. And as you can see, there are lots of little tags on the side. It was first published in 1982 and it cost me $1. It's a very witty book and I think it would be an amazing gift for somebody that you know that's starting off gardening or that absolutely loves gardening. There's not actually that many tips and tricks in here, but let me open up one of my tags and I'll read it to you. Okay, so this one here, it's like I said, it was a dictionary, so it's all in alphabetical order. I'm going to read you Garden. Garden, one of a vast number of free outdoor restaurants operated by charity-minded amateurs in an effort to provide healthful, balanced meals for insects, birds, and animals. One other one which I thought was super funny and it got me Googling was rosemary. Rosemary. There is some traditional quality associated with this plant, but the author regrets that he cannot for the life of him remember what it is. And it's super funny because it says rosemary is for brain health, which I thought was hilarious. I think this is a good book as a gift for somebody. And I guess the tips are just saying not to take gardening too seriously. Next up is Reader's Digest Practical Guide to Home Landscaping. I thought this book was so gorgeous and would be an amazing coffee table book. It's really heavy and only cost me $2, but let's jump inside. This book was published in 1983 and I opened it up at the op shop and it says, "To dearest Chris and Maxine, all our love, mother and pa, Christmas 1983. So I thought this was such a cool gift, and imagine getting this in 1983. It would have been worth way more than $2, but it kind of made me a little bit sad that someone has given this off. But I understand why, but I'm super happy that I have it. I thought it was really interesting. Let me just open up one of my tags. But I can't believe how many different climates Victoria has. I thought that was super interesting, and it's great to see that right in the center of Melbourne is temperate, moist / temperate dry. So I'll give you a close-up of this, but it was really interesting to see. And I just loved that this was a Christmas gift in 1983. I'm sure the person that got it was so excited to get this book, Chris and Maxine, from their mother and pa. This next book, just as you've seen at the op shop, I was looking at everything on the bottom shelf and in the middle, but I didn't see at the very top of the shelf was a kind of a special books, and this one was there. I absolutely love the Little Veggie Patch Co. When I first started gardening, I got a few seeds from them. I actually have another book of theirs. So to get this for $1 was crazy. Was it $1 or was it $2? I think it was actually $2, but still $2 for this is awesome. And when I opened it, the tips are even cooler. So let me show you. So it's called 1 Minute Gardener. They're Melbourne based, and when you open each page, you get 3, 4, maybe 8 different pictures and steps. And it says 1 minute skills. What is a soapy spray and what do we use it for? It gives you the skills in 1 minute to combat pests. Another one is picking seed heads, 1 minute skills. And it tells you how to pick the seed heads. I love this. It is such a great gift for somebody that you know that's starting out gardening, or even just for yourself. How to plant garlic, 1 minute skill. I know my auntie has been bugging me to plant garlic, so I might have to read this section, or I'll give her this book and ask her to plant her own. The other really cool thing about the Little Veggie Patch Co. company is that they offer like a calendar. So at the very bottom back of the book, there's a when to plant calendar, and it says cool, temperate, subtropical and tropical zones, and it gives you quite a lot of vegetables. So I love that. And are we temperate? I think we're cool to temperate. So I could start beans, beetroots, bok choy, broccoli, turnips. Anyway, awesome book. And this was such a find at the op shop. I'm really happy with this. Yates Garden Guide. This is the 41st edition, and it was first published in 1895. When I was going through it, it actually had quite a lot of useful information. Although I opened up this page here, page 315, and cucumbers method of cooking says boil, steam or bake with filling. Most often eat raw. Boil cucumbers. Have you ever boiled cucumbers? I don't know. I can't imagine boiling cucumbers. So boiling cucumbers has come out of the Yates Garden Guide. After I sat down and I did all of my research for these books, I actually looked at my garden books, and interestingly, let me just get it. I found the Yates Garden Guide, this 27th edition. My nana actually gifted me this book. So from 41st, and this is the 27th edition. It's super special because it is my nana's. And I gave her a ring this morning and I asked her what year she roughly bought this. She thinks it was in the 1950s. Her mother actually had a Yates Garden Guide. She doesn't have that anymore, but Nana gifted me this one, which is amazing. I can't believe it. And Nana bought it. She loved gardening back in the day. She bought her own because her mum had one, and she has gardened so much she doesn't even need it anymore, and she has passed it on to me. So I think this is super special. This is garden book I'm never going to give away. I think this one I might have to take back to the op shop or give to someone I know. But I just thought it was awesome that I actually already had the Yates Garden Guide, the 27th edition, from my Nana. So Nana, if you're watching this, thank you. Thank you very much. I love it. Wow, how many books did I buy? I bought 7 books, whoops. The next book is the Essential Garden Design Workbook, which now looking back, I wish I had have read it a little bit more at the op shops, even though it only cost me $2 or $1. It's actually American. So some of the plants aren't native to Australia. Some of where they say the southern garden means northern garden, things like that. I still would get a lot of use out of this. There's like creating a planting plan. Again, you just kind of have to watch out where the sun is. There's also really cool patterns and designs. So I think this might have been like a workbook where you are at uni or TAFE. It provides a really step-by-step way of how to make a garden. So really cool for $1 or $2. Yeah, pretty good book. Like I just mentioned, you just have to be wary because it's not, if you're obviously buying it in Australia, some things might be a little bit off. Next up is the Backyard Organic Garden. This one looks like it was a part of like a garden series, as you can see on the back. This one is awesome. It's organic gardening. The pest solutions in this are amazing, and I have actually wanted some pest solutions for a while that are organic. This was published in 1990, and this copy was actually reprinted in 1992, 1 year before I was born, but it's still in very good condition, so I don't know if that is correct. But organic gardening is amazing. I try mostly to be organic at my house. Obviously I can't say I'm fully organic, but I definitely try to be organic. It has a lot of information about compost, mulch, pests, starting a garden, natural pest control. Let me open up. I thought this was really funny. The insect friends is this big, and then insect foes goes from here all the way down, across the page, all the way down. So there are a lot more foes than friends, but there are some safe sprays, some homemade sprays that they give you the recipes of. Yeah, I thought this was really good, especially if you love organic gardening, which I do. And lastly, Garden by House and Garden. I thought this was just a beautiful book. I loved the flowers on the front. It's quite big. It can be a book that just sits on your bookshelf, but it also has some really interesting colorful designs in it, some varying information, and it's just a really beautiful book. So there's a little bit of information in here, but obviously not as much as the garden guide or some other books, for example. But I really enjoy this book, and it's just gorgeous to look at and to read. So there you have it, my haul from the op shops. I went to 2 op shops in the end because the first op shop didn't have as many books as I was hoping, even though I still picked up a few. The second op shop also had quite a few garden books. So if you go to one op shop or thrift shop and there aren't a lot of garden books, just go to the next one. You will find some for sure. Even if they're a little bit older, 30 years older, 50 years older, there's still great information in the books. I scored some great bargains, $2, $1, and the information in there, the tips and tricks are incredible. I can start applying the tips and tricks straight away to my garden thanks to these books. It just shows that gardening doesn't have to be expensive. You can go down to your local op shop for a few dollars, get some tips and tricks. You can go on YouTube for a few tips and tricks, and you can just start gardening. There are so many resources out there if you are a beginner just like myself. It's just a matter of looking for them, finding them, and bringing them home and reading them. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Thanks for stopping by. Let me know if you go down to your local op shop or thrift shop and find any amazing garden books. Let me know if you get any cool deals, just like I got with that 1 Minute Gardener. I think that's my favorite book of the haul. But thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you again in my next video. Bye for now.